while it's recording. Okay, guys. We're here. And right now my students are doing they probably can hear me. Right now my students are doing a virtual recess, which is on Go Noodle. And it's going okay, but I actually have 2 classes in one right now because we just got a new teacher and she's kind of getting herself acclimated with everything and setting up her room. But it's a little bit frustrating. It's just a lot. It's a lot, and I feel like a 7-hour day is a little bit too much for them to start off with. This is me personally. But we're about to come back and y'all can talk about more, because what's going to happen is we'll have to narrow them down, because some of your other friends in the other groups are coming up with ideas too. So just talk about the ones that you think are the most important, okay? And decide on one that you think is most important. And I'm going to go visit somebody else's group, okay? Good job, guys.
So we have.
This is good. I'm excited. Have y'all been discussing some ideas? What you say, Talia? Stuart, any ideas that you came up with? That's good. I'm glad you're willing, because even in being anxious and having a little anxiety, some people kind of shut down and they don't want to do anything. So the fact that you are anxious but willing to learn is a great thing, okay? I'm really excited about that. Mr. Baker, you got any agreements that you want to add?
Suspect while the teacher is talking.
Okay, that's a great one as well. Anyone else want to share out? We have 5 more to go, and then we're moving on to our next activity. Demetrius, I told you to go ahead and go. Go ahead.
Follow that all time.
Okay. Anyone else? That's good, Demetrius. Go ahead, mute yourself back.
Uh-oh. I'll mute myself.
Go ahead. Yes.
Can I go to the bathroom?
Yes.
Can I go to the bathroom?
Yes, please write it in the chat if you have to use it. That'll be best for us all. Anyone else want to go ahead and never cheat on a test? Good job, Serenity. That's a good one. I'm going to write that down. Are following directions very well. Thank you, Stuart, Mason, Mauricia. Thank you, Talia. I see you guys, Romello. All right, thanks. Now we're going to move on to go back and look at our agenda, because remember, as third graders, we're gonna have to start taking our learning into our own hands. So going back to that agenda is going to be important later on as you guys learn how to do your own work when you have your own work time. Okay, the next one is I will be prepared. Checking here, I will be prepared. Why is there a computer there for I will be prepared? Exhibits, okay? Evidence is something that you gather from looking at pictures, looking around your classroom, looking around your room, trying to figure out answers to a specific problem, okay? And exhibits are screen, okay? I'm going to show you guys each one of the PowerPoint slides about me. In your breakout group, after I show you the picture, you're going to discuss in the picture what you notice. So as I show the picture, you're going to first have to think about by yourself, what are the things that you see? Then when I say, okay, I'm about to put you in your breakout group, when you get in the breakout group, you're going to discuss with your teammates what are the things that you see. And then we're going to come back and I'm going to write them down. Y'all are going to tell me some stuff to write down, okay? This is fun. It's not all bad. Okay, y'all. What does all 3 of these have in common?
You like wings. You like wings.
I find that working out, remember, I find that working out Someone has their microphone on. Thank you, Mr. Jordan. All right, I find that working out really helps, okay? As we get older, we figure out things about ourselves, and Miss Johnson definitely believes in going to the gym. I go almost every single day. All right, we got another picture. All right, so let's put our investigator eyes on and get ready. This one might be a little harder, I don't know. Okay, so we are about to come back off of a 30-minute break, about to wrap up our day. School lets out at 3:15, but I'm gonna let my students out at 3 o'clock. And yeah, so my microphone and stuff is currently on mute, and it's 1 minute and 24 seconds left on the clock. We're about to dive back in. I'm gonna let them ask me a few questions, and we're gonna do the same thing pretty much over again today. As of right now, I feel just a little overwhelmed. I feel like I am the principal, the assistant principal, the secretary, teacher assistant, teacher, guidance counselor. I'm all of that in one. I'm pretty much handling everything, and I'm tired. So yeah, it's just a little tiring, and the kids are actually a little exhausted too. But I do have a well-behaved group. Plus, they're not gonna play games because they're at home. You know, they're at home. They have a family member with them at home, or they're at one of those facilities. So yeah, let's just wrap up this day. Let y'all watch me do that. Right here. Okay, you all, I have up my sign here. Hopefully everybody gets on mute. Wrapping up our 30-minute break. I see you guys have been talking. I'm glad you've been socializing. That's always fun. This was our first time at doing this all day like this. And you guys have held up pretty strong. A couple of us did fall asleep, but that is okay. That's to be expected, but we know now that we have to go to bed a little bit earlier tonight. So yeah, I'm excited. I want to use this last 20 minutes to see if anyone has any questions for me. What you're gonna do is you're gonna type them in the chat. All right, we're gonna type all our questions that we have in the chat. I'm gonna give you a couple of minutes to type whatever question you have in the chat. Someone says that theirs is frozen. Raise your hand if you can see me and hear me. Okay, thank you. So if your computer's freezing, it's on your end, not my end, okay? I can't help everybody at the same time, especially with technical difficulties. So we're typing questions in the chat. We're not typing to each other. We're typing questions for Miss Johnson in the chat. Any questions you might have for me. Oh, love you too, Calvin. Questions though about our school day. Ernice, yes, you can get some water. That is such a great question. Okay, Raja says, when does he turn in his book report? Raja, I'm actually going to make an assignment in Google Classroom, and what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to take some really clear pictures of your book report, and you're going to upload them into Google Classroom for me to grade it. That is such a good question. Okay, so for all of you who have not done your book report, maybe you need to get on it before I create the assignment. And if you need me to post in the in the description what your book report consisted of, I will do so also. That will be in your Google Classroom. Since all of you guys are signed up for Google Classroom, you will get a notification when I put that assignment up. Your parents will see it and they'll know when it needs to be turned in, so you don't have to worry about that. Within the next couple of days, I'm going to be noticing and recognizing who has the most self-control to be able to be my breakout group leaders for all 10 of our breakout groups, okay? So it's all about self-control this week. But actually, I think starting tomorrow, we'll be broken up into 2 classes, 301 and 302. So it won't be so big, you know what I mean? Today is all of us. And it won't have to be all of us every day. All right, we're gonna split in half.